Have you run into problems trying to hook up multiple cameras to one audio source? If so, I'll show you the solution I came up with to resolve this problem. Let's get to the intro and start this video. Hi, this is Bill the Techno-Gypsy. In this video, I'm going to show you how I resolve my problem sending the output of my standalone audio recorder to up to 3 cameras at the same time. When I'm shooting with multiple cameras, I want the in-camera audio tracks to be as clean as possible. This allows me to easily sync the videos from all of my cameras. I know that in the professional world, multiple cameras are synced using timecodes. Well, my C200 can take a timecode input, but most DSLRs can't. And since I use DSLRs for both my B and C cameras, I'm pretty much screwed. The result is that I have to use the recorded audio in each camera for the multicam syncing process in my video editing software. The problem is that the mic inputs for a camera have to be at a different level than line levels. If you try to directly connect a line level output from, say, an audio recorder or a mixer to your mic input, you are probably going to run into problems. A mic level signal describes a voltage generated by a microphone when it picks up sound. This is typically just a few thousandths of a volt. The voltage varies in response to changes in the sound level. Of the 4 main types of audio signals, the mic level is the weakest and requires a preamplifier to bring it up to the proper level for recording in your camera. As we all know, the preamplifiers used in most DSLR cameras are not the cleanest. At high gain levels, they can introduce a lot of noise into the recorded audio. Mic levels are usually specified between -60 and -40 dBu. dBu and dBV are decibel measurements relative to voltage. A mic level input is typically a female XLR connector. A line level signal is approximately 1 volt or about 1,000 times as strong as a mic level signal, so the two do not ordinarily use the same input. A line level signal is what travels from your preamp to the amplifier that powers your speakers. There are 2 standard line levels. -10 dBV for consumer equipment like MP3 and DVD players, and +4 dBu for professional equipment like mixing desks and signal processing gear. The other 2 types of audio signals you'll run into are instrument and speaker levels. Like mic level signals, instrument level signals, think electric guitar or bass, require preamplification to bring them up to line level. Post-amplification speaker level signals are even higher in voltage than line level and require speaker cables for safe signal transfer. A line level output is typically either an RCA jack, 1/4-inch phone jack, or a 3.5mm phone jack like found on your cameras. It has taken me quite some time to come up with a multicam audio recording system that works. I am not a recording engineer, but it is one of the many hats a YouTube creator has to master. I ran into these problems when I first started shooting videos using 2 Canon 80D cameras along with a Tascam audio recorder. I purchased this cable adapter that is supposed to drop the line level output of the audio recorder to mic levels. I had problems setting the output level on the Tascam at the right level to drive the attenuator. It never really seemed to work. I then tried using one of these splitter cables to take the line out of the audio recorder and connect it to the mic inputs on the cameras. I had to set the line output level of my Mix Pre 6 to -40 dBu to keep from overloading the mic inputs on the cameras. This didn't work well as the signal levels were so low that a lot of electrical noise was picked up on the cables. It didn't help that the cable lengths jumped from around 6 inches to over 6 feet. Take a listen to the quality of the audio recorded on my C200. Hi, this is Bill the Techno-Gypsy. Drones have become a necessary tool for the video. Sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? Not a usable audio track. Thank goodness the multicam syncing software in Final Cut Pro worked well enough to sync the video from all of the cameras. In the field, I'll sometimes use my Sennheiser wireless mic units to eliminate the cable runs between the audio recorder output and the camera mic inputs. I use one transmitter on the line outside of the audio recorder and put a receiver on each of the mic inputs to the cameras. I set all of the receivers and the transmitter to the same frequency. Not exactly optimal, but it works. It's just a very expensive solution. So, how did I finally solve all of these problems? Let's cut to a wide-angle view here at my studio so I can show you how I have the cameras and audio recorder set up. Up here, I have a Rode NTG3 RF bias shotgun microphone. My second microphone is this Electro Voice RE20. I have the NTG3 connected to input 1 on my Mix Pre 6. The RE20 is connected to input 2. I have the Mix Pre 6 configured to mix both mics on the line out. This gives me a single monaural signal to work with. I set the line out level on the Mix Pre 6 audio recorder to plus 14 dBu. It is a little hot, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. Now that I have the line out of the Mix Pre 6 set properly, I need to distribute it to the mic inputs on each of my cameras. A cheap splitter will not work to split the signal into 3 separate paths. The impedance mismatches and signal levels alone will not work properly. This is where the Lx3 Line Splitter comes in. The Lx3 is a simple passive device that takes a mono-line level audio signal in and splits it to 2 transformer isolated outputs and 1 through output. These 2 outputs are the isolated ones that pass through a premium Jensen transformer. The transformer blocks DC voltage and prevents buzz and hum from ground loops. All 3 feature individual ground lift switches. These help to further reduce the ground loop noise if needed. The line input also has a minus 12 dB input pad that can be used to help tame an extra hot input, thereby helping to prevent overloading. Now that I've split the line level output into 1 through line and 2 isolated lines, how do I get the line level signal down to the appropriate level for the mic inputs of the cameras? Well, that's where the Shure Model A15LA line input attenuators come in. These attenuators are designed to take a line level or aux level output from devices such as mixers, recorders, and CD players and drop them to a mic level signal. They present a 600 ohm bridging input impedance on the line level input and a 150 ohm impedance on the mic level signal outputs. These devices attenuate the signal by 50 dB. I use a XLR to 1/8 inch male plug to connect to the line out on the Mix Pre 6. A XLR to XLR cable for the mic input on my C200. And a XLR to 1/8 inch male plug for both my 1DX and 5D cameras. I hope you found this video both interesting and useful. If so, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Or if you didn't like the video, a thumbs down is okay. This is Bill the Techno Gypsy saying 7-3 and God bless.